Hi, welcome to the Arts Beat, your weekly entertainment show.
I'm Rachel Adams.
And I'm Rachel Thomas. Coming up in the show, Ilwad Ahmed finds out why album sales have been declining.
Our reporter Francesca Giudici is entertained by street performers in Covent Garden and South Bank.
But first, I.O. Killer is in Luton reporting on one of the many carnival launches taking place across the country this year.
This July, the Luton Carnival won't know what's hit them. I am at the costume launch of the Luton Association of St Vincent and the Grenadines Carnival Band. Their theme for this carnival is Bejeweled. Costume designer Martin Ando explains.
The inspiration come from this year. They wanted to celebrate two things that's happening in England, which is the Olympics and also the Queen Diamond Jubilee. So the yellow and green section basically is called Sapphire Dreams. Sapphire Dreams came from is just an inspiration of colors working with yellow, green, and just a touch of gold with it basically. The second section is called Imperial Topaz. And what I wanted to do in terms of, because of the fact that we're celebrating the Queen Diamond Jubilee, I wanted something very imperial to go with the team this year because of the amount of feathers and blings that we're using in terms of gems and stuff.
It is essential that the masquerades wear bright and colourful makeup to emphasise the designs on their costumes.
Okay, at the moment I'm putting on a primer. It helps the eyeshadow to stick, and also it kind of makes the colour pop a bit more to be able to see it. It's a good base as well, because then it kind of evens out the skin tone and evens out the layer. I'm using yellow and green, and I'm using Barry M. Barry M is really good because it's quite a glittery, they have quite theatrical makeup. Nicole's costume is yellow and green, so I'm using yellow and green for a costume. So what I need to do is just keep on applying it, because she's on stage. I have to make sure that they're able to see the colour. So I have to keep on reapplying it to make sure that it stands out.
With the costume and makeup ready, these bejeweled kings and queens dance the rest of the night away in preparation for the Luton Carnival this July.
I have to say, I love the carnival. Have you been to the carnival, Rachel?
No, I haven't. It is on my to-do list though, I think, to do this year.
You have to go, it's amazing.
I will.
But I have to ask you something, it's not on that subject. I want to know, do you buy CDs or do you download your music?
I don't buy CDs, but I do download my music content off iTunes.
Well, I asked you that because it's a burning question. It's a very interesting subject at the moment. And Ilwad, our reporter, has been investigating why album sales have been dropping.
The music industry as a whole struggled in this recession, and direct download business models like iTunes and Spotify flourished. The compact disc, which was commercially introduced in 1982, has the appearance of going away like the vinyl. And contrary to the recent declaration of singer Prince, who said that the internet is dead and the CD is alive, UK album sales for 2011 have fallen by almost 6%. Adele and Lana Del Rey managed to prove the contrary. Adele's LP 21 sold 3.8 million copies in 2011 and became the biggest ever selling album in one single year. Lana Del Rey's Born to Die was the second highest seller. But when we asked Londoner, it was clear that most agree that it's easier to download online and much cheaper. And when looking at the statistics, the sales of CDs fell, but the digital album sales rose by 24%. BPI Chief Executive Jeff Taylor says that although it's very encouraging to see an increase in popularity of digital album sales, the UK has already fallen behind Germany as a music market, with companies such as Spotify catering to the needs of music lovers. There is no way that CDs can compete. Unless decisive action is taken in 2012, investment in music could fall again, and a creative crunch that would destroy jobs and mean that the next Adele may not get her chance to shine on the world stage.
So who's your favourite artist at the moment?
Oh, my favourite artist at the moment, I have to admit, is Rizzle Kicks. I really like them.
Yeah.
They're my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, they're good.
What about you?
I went to see Labyrinth last week.
Did you?
He was amazing.
Really?
He was really good,
Oh,
yeah.
Dead lucky.
And our final report today is about street performing. Do you enjoy a bit of street performing?
Oh, I love street performing. It's really, really good.
Our reporter Francesca Giudici has been out to London to find out more.
So this is Covent Garden, this is my stage, this is my theatre, you are my audience. Are you ready?
Covent Garden, one of the most vibrant and attractive locations in London. Tourists and locals gather here every day to shop at its designer outlets and indulge in some of its stylish restaurants. Many of these even provide front row seats to some of London's most entertaining and talented street performers.
We had licences to work this part of Westminster by Westminster Council, but currently we don't have a licence to work the North Terrace of Trafalgar Square, which is just as brilliant a location as this. So we're trying to gather different evidence from documents and literature to live video footage of what we do for the tourists and the locals, so what benefits street theatre can bring to a location like the North Terrace of Trafalgar Square.
Starting out as a gymnast and circus performer, AJ James worked his way into the street profession as a way of travelling around Spain. Nearly 20 years later, he is now working to get more freedom for street performers in London.
Lots of the world's press commented about the Sydney Olympics, how vibrant the city was, and it was colourful because of street performers all over the city. And I was actually living in Sydney from 95 to 99, the build-up to the Olympics, and they opened new pitches. They didn't close pitches down. The Westminster seems to have different ideas, that somehow London would be a better place if there was less colour on the streets and less flavour for the, tourists.
Have you watched many street performers?
Yes, we came yesterday and saw a couple of performers playing guitar and singing, which we thoroughly enjoyed and ended up buying his CD. And today we came back to see some more, and we enjoyed the string quartet downstairs and also the tightrope walker. So it's very good, good display.
South Bank is another great location where street performers can demonstrate their excellent talent. Even entertainers from other parts of the world come here to show off their remarkable skills. With so much talent squeezed into such a small space, it's easy to slip away from one act and move on to the next without making a donation. So how does this affect the street performers? And just how much do they rely on the help from the public?
Okay guys, let's talk about money. It's my favourite part. Guys, you're not daft. I think you all know I'm a professional street entertainer and this is my job. I think you already know as well, nobody else pays for street art except for the kind and generous guys in the audience.
I got into it when I became homeless when I was living in Paris in 1989, and it was a case of do something or starve to death. So I'd lost weight. I went down from 11.5 stone to 7 stone in a matter of weeks and got really desperate. So I'd always liked fire since I was a kid, so I decided to cut the straps off my rucksack, wrap them around a coat hanger and become a fire breather. Never look back.
There are currently efforts being made to allow street performers to entertain in other areas of London. Although they are a big hit in their current locations, it looks as though they still have a rocky road ahead of them. This is Francesca Giudici reporting, back to the studio.
Really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, me too. That was really, really good. Oh, we should
Well, that's all.
street performers.
Well, that's all for the show today. I'm Rachel Adams.
And I've been Rachel Thomas.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.